What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. We're finally, well, hopefully, gonna get around to visiting Sid's grave this episode.
All right, Clive.
Be quite nice to say a few words, I think.
Mid finished sending half the Hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Yeah, it's like I said a couple episodes ago. She's just putting it off. Understandable.
Mid told me she
Tough
was
thing
building
going
a
to see your dead father's gravesite.
Was that the thing Tomes helped with?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, that's the letter that we have.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canva has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Tellerman's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Let's hope we can catch Gav in the hideaway. We already sent him out on something we were planning to do ourselves.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Something like
It
that.
Seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now.
Unless she's
Next
planning
time
on
you
coming
plan
back with something to
visiting
lay at
Sid,
her
You
gravestone.
might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks.
Oh, that
Just like when
bollocks.
we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the Old Hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
She probably will be. I think this will be the last time we've... Oh, sorry, the first time we've visited the Old Hideaway in... well, forever. We have a side quest here that I just can't access yet. Sid's Legacy. The dust long settled, little remains of the once bustling refuge many called home. And smashed this place to smithereens. And everyone involved. Blackthorn put his hammer here.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance.
Words to live by.
And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
Like Lenny from Mice and Men.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Boklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way.
I mean, the size of him, I imagine he can fly it.
It's risky them footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in
I
Boklad.
think you're going with him, Karen.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Living up to the name, I think. Even more so once we have our own pirate ship. So we are locked out of all these things, but we are not locked out of the hideaway, and I want this side quest. I want this first things first before we do anything else. Where is it?
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Reading table, that's where it is. Perhaps not a side quest. Maybe it's just a letter. Let's say I haven't seen anything before we started that. I couldn't see anything on the map. I guess when you have letters, they don't show up real fast. You wouldn't happen to have a new toys, would you, Blackthorn?
What do you want?
You do not.
That it?
Just want to use those crafting materials we've
Crack the crystal too.
gathered.
Joking.
Alright. About Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the drop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we can go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Sounds good.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
I had no idea you could get side quests from letters. Take care of those one at a time.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
I know the little plus sign gives us stuff,
Bastard's
so
like a dog with a bone.
maybe this is our recipes.
Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
As are new crafting recipes, which I'm sure I get from this.
Can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmecian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
No, unfortunately, I don't think we're allowed to fast travel around.
He cracked the crystal.
Yeah, we're not yet at least. Okay, well I suppose we'll start all the side quests. Get to the point where we can go where we're going, and then we'll head to the actual objective. Righto. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll, Karen.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
We'll get all these quests ready for us to travel, and then we can do them all at the same time once the map's open to us again.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Just
I
about.
didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Well, this is definitely a priority. Maybe he just needs whatever kind of dog treats or toys frost wolves enjoy. Maybe he just needs a bone.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgor, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
We're gonna go kill an antelope for its bones. Anything that helps Torgor out. Go pick up this last one. We'll see what fun awaits us inside the Empire, I suppose.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
the record. I was thumbing through the Hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest, and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that, I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Go.
Trouble with the ledgers? Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
It doesn't bode well that he wants to keep that a secret. Unless he just wants to surprise him with something. I can't see Otto being corrupt. While the tone of this game is certainly not above betrayal and deception, we saw that in the first like 3 hours of the game.
Is that the thing?
I don't think there'll be many inside the Hideaway that actually turned their backs on
She was
us.
building a ship. Clive, did you get my letter?
Did.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the Dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
Wow.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
You think?
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is mine.
Desiree in the back looking at that shit like, yeah,
I can always
damn,
ask my uncle.
50 million.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
That's a fair point.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
So they're all getting 10 million apiece.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Is he gonna have to go give Lady Karen one?
You'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Good luck with that.
Oh, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Your responsibility, just own it.
Do you think so?
No, I don't.
You'll be alright. Right then. All these locations that we can't visit for our quests. Alas, we can go to Laetny's Cleft, a narrow pass through otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Make it through the pass, get to where we're going, and then I'll wrap the episode. Kogel is a mean-looking animal. I want him. I'd love to have him as an actual pet.
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Okay, so of course, as soon as we get here, we can immediately travel around. But it looks like we do have a side quest in here somewhere, so... Right here is where it is, so... Let's travel on down the path.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Nice little pre-warning. What are these leg-eater plants?
Time to fight.
Forget my leg today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Those swords.
Really?
They look like they're from Waloed.
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Can't argue with that, even if they are trying to hustle us.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
I mean, even if these two double cross us, we'll just take care of them after we take care of the bandits.
Hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad.
Two birds with one
Our
stone.
merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
Sure.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. you can leave the cart to us.
Naturally.
Just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
I've certainly got no qualms slaughtering bandits. What makes the world a better
I
place?
trust those two.
Absolutely we don't.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take them.
We would be stupid
Guests.
to trust them.
These must be our bandits.
And they would be stupid to think we do. Take another seat for me, big guy.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Yeah, where's the card or anything else that we're gonna run into here? Food delivery wasn't what I
Getting all of
expected.
this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
These two are so shifty.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
The smaller one's the smarter one, I see. Yeah, they're very shifty. Don't necessarily trust that.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
The path continues on the other side.
The architecture of these fallen ruins is very interesting. Just consistently makes me want to explore and find out what all this is about. I think I mentioned it in one of my other episodes about how they give like a civilization long dead kind of thing, like Horizon Zero Dawn. Kind of vibe it gives me. I'd love to learn more about it if I could. Now on you. You're the one that casts nonsense. Through. Where was that side quest that we were gonna unlock? It's a very winding road kind of place. See a lot of different entrances. This is below, so we have to wrap to that. Laetny's Hoard. Right. Since we're about to get where we're going, this little cubby right here does seem like the perfect spot to wrap the episode. Not before I grab this little hidden trinket. Sneakily hidden behind there. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Final Fantasy. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.